I've got 3 questions for you. 3 questions only. Are you ready? Yes. To slow down? Are you ready to slow down and without judgment? No judgment. Just to observe what you see, what you hear, and perhaps what you feel. Are you ready tonight to find courage to meet your own fears? Fears. And maybe, are you ready to go one step further, deep dive, and reconnect with your own roots? This evening is about the soul of a winner and the quiet truth that the real resilience can only grow from strong roots. Now, I would assume that the word resilience kind of resonates with us, right? At the end of the day, most of us trying to build resilient businesses. But why the hell should we talk about fear and roots? Doesn't make any sense. So let's see. Let's go slowly together, step by step. Let me share with you an idea inspired by Alexander Stubb, President of Finland. And it goes like this. We human beings tend to make 3 mistakes. Number 1, we over-rationalize the past. Number 2, we over-dramatize the present moment. And therefore, number 3, we underestimate the future. Does it sound familiar with you? Honestly, if you think about it, what could be the root cause of this behavior happening to most of us? Yes, it's often fear. It's often fear. We over-rationalize the past to justify our wrong decisions we have made because we are afraid to lose our face in front of others. We over-dramatize the present moment, especially when we have not delivered according to expectations of others, because we don't want to look like failure. And we underestimate the future because we are not willing to acknowledge what really is. Instead, we are avoiding scenarios of the world we don't like and prefer to see things we want to see. Now, if you think about it, if you are afraid to acknowledge what really is, right? And if you like to see what we want to see, we create illusions, right? Illusions about ourselves, illusions about the business we are running, and illusions about the world around us. Now, there are many concepts out there describing the world around us. One of them is VUCA. We all know VUCA, right? VUCA concept. But another one, interesting one, is BANI, B-A-N-I. And it's interesting because it requires mindset shift if you really want to use it properly. Instead of describing the world around us, BANI describes how we, the people, experience the world. How we, the people, perceive the world. How we, the people, feel in this world, right? And here's the point. It's not the world that has become suddenly, out of nowhere, more brittle, more anxious, more non-linear, or more incomprehensible. It is us who have to finally let go of the illusion that it's not. Let me repeat it. It's not the world that has changed like this overnight. It's about us, our illusions we have created on the way. Are you with me? I will anyway follow. Brittle refers to the illusion of strength. But tell me, what is solid around us, right? What is solid? Supply chains, economies, currencies, governments, politicians, climate systems, democracy. Is democracy solid? Relationships. Look, don't take me wrong. I'm not trying to make a case here that we as leaders have to prepare for every possible scenario out there. That doesn't make any sense. Right, Johannes? Doesn't make any sense. Yeah. But we have to be prepared for unexpected, whatever it means. Now that requires some skills. We need to master, for instance, experimental learning and maybe more of a personal development programs. But at the end of the day, it's all about consciously creating culture in our organization and startups where people truly feel they belong. Culture of belonging. Anxiety refers to the illusion of control. Illusion of control. We've all been there, right? Overwhelmed, things out of hands, stress is all around. It's very difficult to make any meaningful decision in such a situation, right? So there where empathy comes into the game, right? And maybe looking more inwards in our organizations than outwards. Inwards to seek the sources of this insecurity and heal it, right? But at the end of the day, it's all about consciously creating culture in our startups, organizations, corporates, where people feel safe. Nonlinearity refers to the illusion of predictability, but the world has never been predictable. Complex systems never are, so get over it. And last, incomprehensible refers to the illusion of knowledge. And that's an interesting one, right? Because I would assume in this room, most of us are engineers, MBAs, PhDs. And when something doesn't make sense to us, we ask for more data, more analysis, more explanations. But sometimes it just doesn't bring more clarity. So that's where we need to, as leaders, trust our instinct too, right? And the instinct of the team we have created. Having courage to tell our teams as CEOs and leaders, I don't have all the answers. And ask for help before it's too late. So let's agree for a moment that maybe not all illusions are created by fear, but those that are, not good for life, not good for business, okay? So the question is, what are we going to do about it, okay? And the answer would be, okay, let's let go of our illusions. Huh? That's a great aspiration. Once you go home tonight, just to try to figure out a list of illusions, which is driving you. Interesting exercise. Now, to let go of our illusions, in our case, we need to focus on the root cause, which is a fear, right? So we need to let go of our fears too, right? And that's not easy. Because fear is not external. Fear is internal, right? And that's what requires to reconnect with ourselves, right? And we don't have time for this. And maybe reconnect with our own roots too. So before we go into the agenda with amazing speakers, let me explain to you what I mean by the roots and how does it impact our businesses, right? So for this I need your cooperation. Tough one. Close your eyes and picture a tree. Don't worry, nothing's gonna happen to you. You look amazing anyway. Picture a tree. It could be the tree you climbed when you were really small in the garden of your grandma or grandpa. It could be the tree you know from your class times where you played with your friends, classmates. It could be the one you just saw on the horizon when you walked in the nature. Picture a tree. Hold the picture for a moment. See it? Now open your eyes. Look, vast majority of us are going to picture something along this one. We only visualize what is visible, right? The trunk, the branches, the leaves, maybe the shapes, the color. But we as well know that trees have roots and they are sometimes even larger than what we see, right? But we kind of tend to forget that, right? So when we take this picture of a tree into the business concept, into the business world, we can, with some simplicity, say that the stuff above the ground is the product of our business, right? Is what we are building as entrepreneurs. It could be the brand image, it could be the balance sheet, P&L, the branches by itself, etc. So that's the tangible business we are building. Now, on a personal level, it's actually our personal image, the story we are trying to sell to the outside world, the way we get dressed, the reason why we take a lot of makeup on our faces or go to fitness for some reason, the story we want to sell to the outside world, right? But we as well know that the world out there could be pretty tough, and we don't need to go too far from this place east, right? I mean, Ukraine. And everything which is above the ground can disappear, like in a second, right? But the roots remain, right? Have you seen wildfire and results after wildfire? Roots remain, and they give us another chance, and maybe another chance. So when you look at the roots in the business world, from a business perspective, roots, for me as an investor, is the essence of entrepreneurship, right? The inner motivation of the founder, the why they do what they do, right? The meaning they are trying to make, something you can't take away from them. It could be as well the culture where people feel they belong. And imagine this, if I belong to your firm, I believe what you believe, and I understand why you do what you do. And I will double down in the most difficult moment because I belong, I'm part of your story, I'm part of this, and I will never leave you, right? Because I believe in you. And imagine we can scale it from the founders' teams into the whole organization, into the boardrooms, into the stakeholders, right? So the customers and the suppliers and the investors and the founders' teams and the management and the people belong to one great story. It could be the culture where people feel safe. And imagine that, when people truly feel safe, the feedback you're gonna get will be acknowledging the reality, right? Not this bullshit sandwich we all know, right? I got a good one and bad one about you. Let's, on average, we'll be fine, right? I will give you the respectful feedback so we can both learn and grow. Imagine the level of creativity and innovation if people are not afraid to take risks, right? And try. Now, on a personal level, because at the end of the day, it's gonna be people setting up the business before AI takes over. I don't know when it's gonna come. I don't see the slide there. And the roots of a personality of individual often refers to our first team. Our first team. And it's not the kindergarten we were put by our parents when we got a little bit older, and it's not the first real job we got as a managers and we run the business. It's our family of origin. That's our first team. And imagine that's the place where we have for the first time experience what does it mean to belong, to truly belong, or maybe not that much, right? It's the place where we for the first time felt we feel truly safe, unconditional love, safe, but maybe not that safe, right? Sometimes it happens. It's the place where we even felt what does it mean to be excluded for some reason. It's the place where we for the first time experience what does it mean, power and authority. It's the deepest pattern maker ever, which stays with us throughout our whole life, influencing how you feel right now at this moment. So roots matters. It's good to be aware. We can resource from them. Let's try to reconnect. Find time for this. This is where you come, I hope. So welcome to the soul of a winner. By now you already know that by winning we don't mean conquering the world or defeating others. We mean overcoming our own fears. I'm Petr Míkovec. I'm Managing Director of Inven Capital, €500 million fund backed by Czech and European Investment Bank. I'll be your host tonight with amazing Inven team sitting over there with the t-shirts. We help startups. We invest in the soul of the winners across Europe, UK, and Israel. Welcome to this place called Prague Crossroads, a place dedicated to Václav Havel, my president. Safe place where we can all slow down, let go of our egos, find courage to reconnect with our roots. So tomorrow, latest tomorrow morning, you're going to make right decisions without any fear. And in case you wonder where Inven is sourcing its resilience, check it out.
Every single day, we face choices about what we buy, what we eat, how we travel. Every single day, we can make a difference, taking little steps towards making our world a better place to live. Not acting now will have huge consequences on the quality of life on the planet. Change starts with every single one of us. It's time to step up. My mom wants to save the planet.
Daddy makes our garden green.
They use a computer to save the world.
At Inven, we have one mission. We help startups.
As a venture capital fund, we invest money from institutional investors and global corporates. We partner with the most innovative startups with one purpose: to hand over a blue and green planet to our kids.
We nurture new leadership to make an impact, influence others, and enable thousands of job opportunities where diversity of gender, culture, and religion matters.
Although we are analytical, fact-based investors, more importantly for us, it is empathy that helps us ask the right questions and provide sound guidance and support for our startups. Simply, we believe in the soul of a winner.
Christoph and Torsten from Sonnen have democratized energy by creating a community of customers and suppliers with the power to choose how, when, and from whom they buy electricity.
Michi and Eric, the founders of Forto, make the international shipping of containers as simple as sending an email, all while checking and offsetting their CO2 footprint.
Christian and Johannes from Tado are helping European families significantly reduce their energy bills. With more than 5 million connected devices and a variety of smart electricity tariffs, they are the European market leader in home energy management.
Carl, Niels and Christian from Sunfire can draw CO2 from the atmosphere and combine it with water and renewable electricity to create synthetic fuel, the solution to decarbonizing industry.
The founders of the startups that we invest in are visionaries with integrity and a view to the bigger picture. They are driven less by profit than by the impact they can make. They have this strong inner motivation to help them get through difficult times.
Inven is a team of women and men from different backgrounds and nationalities, professional investors and parents. We use our talents, knowledge and passion to find and support the most impactful startups in the clean tech industry.
Time flies when you're with the one you love. Moments pass by like flocks in the sky above. Only a fool in his pride will tell you time's on your side. It's time flies when you're with the one you love.
So as you can imagine, these are real kids, our kids. No casting.